What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative, disturbing video. This story right here takes place in Chicago with the student being tased by an officer right in front of her father. That's got to be really disturbing to watch. You know, it's a test of not only a man's manhood, but his parenting too. Let's check this story out.
Video showing police in Chicago using a stun gun at a student on her school.
Yeah, this is raising a lot of questions over how this incident was handled as we learn about what happened to the two officers involved. This morning, disturbing cell phone video of a Chicago police officer tasing a 16-year-old girl at school. The video shows two police officers and Enigma Howard, a high school student, in a confrontation while police say they were escorting her out of school.
I tried to walk other way.
Howard, seen on the ground, fighting back as police try to handcuff her. One officer appears to aim his taser at the teen while stepping on her leg. Watch as Howard tries to reach for the taser, the officer swinging back. Police say the incident occurred after Howard, whose family says has a history of behavioral issues, was asked to leave class for having her cell phone out. Police say what you don't see in the video is the teen biting an officer, causing them to fall down a flight of stairs. Howard's family sharing these photos with ABC News, showing what they say are scars from the altercation.
He pushed out his hand and pushed me towards the stairs, was causing me to fall down the stairs, and I grabbed his vest, and we all fell down the stairs.
Howard's father, who was called to the school to pick up his daughter, stunned as he witnessed the tasing.
I pleaded with him. She can't breathe. He's sitting on top of her. He had his foot in her back, a foot in her stomach. The female officer, closed-handed, punching her in the face, in the jaw.
This morning, Howard's father telling ABC News he blames the school for not following the protocol he says they agreed to in this behavioral intervention plan, stating the teen should have been allowed to speak with a counselor first. Now, Chicago public school officials call the incident disturbing. They are now asking for a full investigation. Police say the two officers involved will not be returning to the school. They're on medical leave and then will eventually be reassigned when they return.
Video is hard to watch.
Amazing. The father was actually there and saw this unfold because he was called to the school. So you can imagine just why he's so upset.
Yeah, watching this happen to your child.
Yeah.
Now, that was some bullshit all the way around. I know it had to be very hard for that man, the father, to stand there and watch those bastards treat his daughter like that. I've seen where the one officer, he actually did put his foot on the girl, you know, a time or two, or what have you. That's a situation I would hate to be in, you know what I mean? Because I don't think that I could stand there and watch a police officer mistreat my child or one of my loved ones, you know, in that manner. Two, a lot of these students, sometimes they bring shit up on themselves. You know, they don't have the right, you know, you are in a school, you know, to learn. You don't supposed to be in class with your cell phone out. You know, get your cell phone, put your cell phone in your purse or wherever, your book pack, or your backpack, and cut your phone off. You know, that's disrespectful. But also, it doesn't give those officers the right, you know, to treat somebody as though, you know, they ain't shit. Putting your foot on people, you know, and it took two officers to do all that. That's ridiculous. Let's get into the story. Chicago school officers resign after using stun gun on 16-year-old student. A violent and disturbing confrontation between a female high school student and two Chicago police officers caught on cell phone video at a city school has resulted in felony charges for her and the reassignment of both officers. The 16-year-old student allegedly got into a confrontation with the assistant principal at John Marshall Metropolitan High School on Tuesday morning. She was asked to leave the school after after she apparently began flipping over desks in a classroom, according to her father, who spoke to Chicago ABC station WLS. He didn't dispute his daughter has had behavioral issues at school and said to a teacher reprimanded her for using her cell phone in class, leading to the argument with the assistant principal. You see, the thing is this. Now you hear the father saying basically the girl got problems, he hard-headed, and really nothing he can do about it. He can't do nothing with her. You see, that's the problem with a lot of our young our people. You know, even if it's two parents in the house, for whatever reason, they harder. You cannot deal with them. But one thing about it, if you don't listen to your parents, you know, and let them discipline you, the ones that love you, then the ones in the streets gonna do the same, gonna do it to you, and they gonna do it with no love at all. They don't give a shit. See, now look what she went through. She had no business in class flipping over no damn with that cell phone and flipping over no desk and shit like that. You know, if they told you to leave, just leave. You know, so honestly, you know, I ain't standing for no wrong. She brung this shit on herself, and she put her father, you know, in a bad position. So I can see, you know, she's disrespectful towards him for him to even come here and say those things. But she, you know, let's say, for example, if her father, well, I can't stand these motherfuckers doing this to my child and this and that, and he jumped on those police, he could have got him killed. See? Okay, the teen's father, Laurentiel Howard, was called to pick his daughter up from school and film the incident between the girl and the officers. Chicago police said the teen began fighting with the two officers, one male and one female, who were escorting her from the building. The officers, who were not named and only identified as Officer 1 and Officer 2, in a narrative provided by police, were allegedly bit and kicked by the student. While biting Officer 1, the two fell down a flight of stairs, police said. This is ridiculous, man. It could have been avoided. See, these police don't give a damn about you. They'll do all kinds of shit to you, and this should be a wake-up call for her. Even at the bottom of the stairs, she continued to lash out at the officers, kicking and flailing her arms. The video shot by her father picks up after the two tumbled down the stairs, and she can be seen kicking the officers. Students in the video can be heard shouting, "Don't tase her," as one of the officers pulled out a taser. Well, he didn't listen. Not mentioned in the account given by Chicago police, but clearly visible in the video, is a large male officer taking a swing at the student as she was lying on the floor. Yeah, see, they didn't give a damn about, you know, a big adult, you know, man putting his hands on a, you know, child and female child and all that. They don't care about that. The officers both deployed their tasers, and the teen was taken into custody, police said. Only one of the officers can be seen using his taser before the confrontation moves out of view of the camera. Howard told WLS that the male officer had his knee in his daughter's back, and the female officer repeatedly punching her. They had to do all that to restrain this girl. Damn shame. But she made this harder than it had to be too. Both officers were taken to University of Illinois Hospital, while the student was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital. All were treated for minor injuries. Damn, she made sure they had to go too, though. That's one thing. Wow. The officers are currently on medical leave. Damn, all of that? These officers ain't one for shit. And they will be reassigned to different duties within the district as COPA and the CPD Force Review Unit complete independent investigations into the incident. Anthony Gilliam, Chief Communications Officer for the Chicago Police Department, told ABC News in a statement. The school district said the officers will not be returning to Metropolitan High School. I don't think they need to be around students because even though I'm still going to say the girl brung this shit on herself. She put herself in a very, very dangerous situations, and plus she did the same thing by her father. She did. She needs discipline anyway. Well, this kind of discipline, maybe not, but she brung this on herself. CPS strives to create safe and supportive learning environments for all students. And this disturbing incident has absolutely no place in our schools, Michael Passman, Chief Communication Officer for Chicago Public Schools, said in a statement to ABC News. To ensure a thorough review of this situation is conducted, we are asking the district office of the Inspector General to review the matter, and we will fully support the ongoing investigation by the City Civilian Office of Police Accountability. Howard said he feared for his life if he had stepped in to break up the fight. Yeah, I can understand that. It was devastating. I couldn't believe what was going on, Howard told WLS. I was thinking if I jump in, they're going to shoot me. And if I don't jump in, they're going to hurt my daughter really bad. Well, that's a difficult position to be in. Very difficult. His daughter, who ABC News is not naming as a minor, provided a different account than was provided by police in an interview with WLS. Yeah, there's going to be some conflicting stories. The police ain't going to speak in your behalf. As I tried to walk the other way, I guess he put out his hand and pushed me towards the stairs, she said. He caused me to fall down the stairs and I grabbed his vest and we all fell down the stairs. The appearance in the juvenile court. She appeared in juvenile court on Friday and has been charged with 2 felony counts of aggravated battery to a peace officer and 2 misdemeanor counts of resisting and obstructing a peace officer, according to WLS. She was fitted with an ankle monitor bracelet, and her father said she has been sentenced to home detention until her next court date on February 19th. That's just, all of this stuff, it could have been avoided. She better learn how to discipline herself. She didn't want her father or anybody else telling her nothing. She gonna find out the hard way. This should have been a wake-up call. And she's blessed this is all that happened to her, even though it was severe. I just didn't like to see that stinking ass cop putting his feet on that girl like that. Didn't take all that. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. Like, share, and comment, and subscribe. And this James, and I'm out. Peace.